a little different. And we tie it in with the seasons or what's going on in the whole, let's do some kind of gentle washing machines here. And we've had a lot of rain lately. We've had a lot of rain this spring. We've done some blooming, some returning of the sun, but we've also been getting a lot of rain. And the water is such an important part of springtime. Shift from one side to the next, spilling over one leg and onto the other. Moving as slow as you need to move so as to not get too dizzy, and as fast as you need to move in order to feel like you're moving. So today we're going to be working with the water element. Now let's do a stretch up while you drop this hip down. And then push up and drop the opposite hip down. So we're really lengthening along this body, the side body. So you're bending the knee and reaching up. And then bending the opposite knee and reaching up. So we can do this kind of like climbing motion. Opening up the lungs, side by side here. Moving the breath. Let's bring the hands on the hips and just go into some nice big hip circles. When we think about earth energy, we're thinking about grounding and stabilizing. We're thinking about fire energy, we're thinking about inspiration, energy. Let's move it around the other way. Air energy is clarity of thought, breath. And then when we're thinking about water energy, we're definitely thinking about flow. There's a heaviness to water, but it's not a solid heaviness like earth. It kind of moves in a nice flowy way. So let's just bend the knees a little bit, close the eyes. And now as you inhale, raise the back of the hands up a little bit, straighten the knees a little bit. And then as you exhale, soften them down. And just keep on following your breath here, kind of lifting up on the inhale, flowing down on the exhale. And the idea here is not to do a big movement. The idea here is to invite every aspect of your body into the movement. So the knees straighten ever so slightly on the inhale, lift. And the knees bend as you sink down ever so slightly in the exhale. And then make the movement even smaller. Just feeling into your fluidity. We have multiple fluids in our body. We have blood. We have lymph. We have the kidney, the bladder, the urinary system. We have the cerebral spinal system. We allow all of these fluids to just flow. It can be very unifying for our whole system. Try to find the ease and the relaxation of feeling every aspect of your body, relaxing into fluidity. Like you are submerged in a gently ebbing wave pool. Becoming one with that water. Notice your spine in particular. As it expands and releases, not with effort, just following the waves as they roll. Your blood moves in an undulating rhythm throughout your body. Your cerebral spinal fluid moves in a wave-like motion from the tailbone all the way up the spine, all the way around the brain and back down the spine. And our lymph fluid moves with our motions. So today we will be moving our lymph fluid using the same fluid methods that our cerebral spinal fluid uses, that our blood uses, these water-like movements of ebbing and flowing. Staying in this relaxed, aware state. Let's come on down to a cross-legged position. Closing the eyes. Try to find that nice ebbing and flowing with the breath again. Ebbing and flowing on your seat. Even though you're seated in stillness, everything is still moving in that rolling wave. As we relax into this fluid, gentle movement, feel into how hydrating this is for your tissues. Your energy of water, fluidity of your gentle movement, moving through your cells, hydrating your fascia, hydrating your joints. Flowing in gentle movement with each breath. Feel that fluid energy flow down in abundance like the rain falling upon the earth. Feel yourself like a moving fluid cloud, full with water raining into the earth. Feel that connection flowing down. Grounding this abundance of water that we are into the wet, flowing water planet that we are a part of. Every river reaches the ocean. Keeping with this gentle, breathing, fluid experience of self. see if your watering self can power the arms in fluidity to bring the hands in prayer pose at heart center and experience your fluidity in this pose. If your fluidity seems to evaporate for a moment, notice it. See what you need to do to return to that ebbing and flowing fluid state. In Kundalini Yoga classes, we tune in with a mantra. We use the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo. These words mean I am with the one sound, the one vibration, the tone that contains all tones. Imagine the vastness of the ocean with a big pebble splashing into the middle of it. The whole ocean vibrates out from its center. Om Namo. I honor that tone. I am of that tone. Gurudev Namo. I honor the divine teacher within who shows me and guides me into the knowing that I am of that tone. Continuing to feel that fluid ebbing and flowing physical sensation. Visualizing that rippling ocean. We're going to repeat the mantra Om Namo Gurudev Namo 3 times together. Let's inhale and exhale. Inhale to begin. Inhale deep. Suspend the breath in on the swell. And exhale, release. Release the hands down to the knees. And once again, just feel yourself in that undulating fluid flow. Throughout the set today, I want us to keep this fluid sense of self present. We will be physically moving because that is what's required to move the lymph fluid. So we are expanding from this perpetually undulating movement in our stillness, bringing in broader, more expansive movement, but still operating from this fluid place. So On your inhale, swell your arms up to your head and let the ears be closed by the thumbs. So the thumbs close off the ears. We're going to be twisting to the left and center, right and center. Following your own flow, listening in. Complete your final rotation and relax the hands down to the knees. Finding that fluid ebb and flow. If it left you, come back to it. The mudra for this next exercise is the tip of the thumb meets the base of the pinky. The forefingers are extended straight. The hands are going to be at the shoulders. We're going to extend one arm up at an angle and back down and extend the other. In this push-pull motion, finding the fluidity and the power in the fluidity. We're not trying to be rough or harsh. We are retaining our fluidity, but also trying to find the power here, like the water wheel. Feel as the arm extends, how that power lengthens out from your hip and returns. Every extension always returns. During this set today, You are invited to sacrifice whatever you need to sacrifice in terms of range of motion or speed, etc., to preserve that fluid sense. Every part of your body moves with every motion. The more fluid and continuous we can feel ourselves to be, the more we allow the lymphatic fluids to move through our tissues, hydrating them, cleansing them, purifying what needs to be released. And if you can, retain that fluid sense of self and increase the range of motion, or increase the speed, or increase the power. Explore into what you can do in your fluid, continuous, interconnected self. Not just in this exercise, but throughout today's practice. And complete your last reach and let the hands rest, palm facing up at the knees. Return to that flow. This next exercise, we're going to baptize ourselves in the flowing water. Imagine that you are sitting in a lake, in a river, in a pond, in an ocean, in your preferred body of water. We are going to be drinking in the water and splashing it over us at the same time. The mouth is in a rounded O shape. We're going to be breathing in and out through the rounded O of the mouth. And as we inhale, the hands scoop up and overhead and toss it over the shoulder. Exhale as it comes back. Remembering to stay in that fluidity where you feel the movement in between every bone, feeling the movement ebbing and flowing in your sacrum, in your hips, in every joint in your spine, in your neck, and around your brain, under and through your skull. those living waters flowing over you and through you. And 3 more cleansing baptisms. Drink it deep. Let it wash over you. And then return the hands gently down to the knees, palm facing up. Take a moment to return to that gentle ebb and flow. Feeling the fluidity in all of your cells and all of your tissues. Once again, the tip of the thumb meets the base of the pinky finger, and this time the fingers curl around the thumb, making a fist that encloses our thumb. The arms are going to be straight out to the side, palm facing down. And then we're going to drop them down at 45 degrees. The 3 motions that we're going to be going through are this at the bottom, straight out at the side, and then all the way straight up, palms face forward, in specific chunks. So we're going to go down to the side, down at an angle, up to the side, up to the ceiling, down, down, up, up. And now that you know the choreography, let it flow, be of the waters. Once again, feeling how this movement also involves your hips, your legs, the entire length of your spine, your face, your skull, your breasts and your belly, every part of you. Lose the sense of fluidness. Do what you need to come back to it. We have many lymph nodes in our armpits, and these movements that we've been doing, moving from the shoulders, specifically work those lymph nodes. the last few moments of this exercise, find what it is that you are here to find in this flowing exercise. And when you are complete, let the hands once again return, palm facing up at the knees. Return to your fluid sense. We often live segmented. When we're sitting at a computer, it's as though we only exist from the waist up. And these upper body movements, through our liquid flow, we're involving the lower body. Now we're going to transition into specifically working with the lower body, because we have lymph nodes at our groin and the crease of the hips. We're going to be working directly into that space. Retaining your fluid sense of self. We're going to come into a crouch with the hands out in front, heels touching, and off the ground, the toes on the ground. This is a frog pose. We're getting into our amphibious self. And just take a moment in this still pose to once again feel the fluidity. We're not endeavoring to do anything today that sacrifices that fluid sense of self. That might mean that you stay here. And if you're able to, the bum is going to float up while the head tucks down, staying on the toes and the fingertips, and on the inhale, we return the bum down and the face comes up. Exhale, lift the hips up, drop the head down. Inhale. Turn. Following the flow of your breath, seeing what you can do here to be as fluid and liquid as you can. Not stressing or stretching the self beyond what the fluid can flow into. Let the waters themselves initiate the movement as it rolls through your whole body, easily lifting you and carrying you. There's some muscles that are being worked here that you're feeling a little bit of burn in. Bring some water to those muscles. Next, rise up towards the ceiling is your last one. Water flow up and let let it cool down. And we're going to shift into lying on our backs. Let your fluid self carry you through these intermediate movements as well. We're going to interlace the hands behind the head and lift the knees up to a little tabletop and just begin gently bicycling the legs. See how much flow you can get here. As though you are weightless, treading water. You are not simply in the water. The water is in you, and you are one. How much of your body can be involved in this? Feeling the heaviness of the fluid through your scapula, your tailbone, your skull. Everything moving ever so slightly. We're going to add a layer of challenge onto this bicycling motion. We're going to go into shoulder stand or a variation of shoulder stand. So the way that we get into that, tuck the knees into the chest, lift the toes, and then you start to kind of pick up your own butt. And you can go all the way up on your shoulders so that you're vertical and then bicycle vertical. Or you can simply just have your fists under your hips, and that might be enough. We're just trying to elevate the hips a little bit in a way that works for you. Yeah, the bolster under the hips could be a great prop. Whatever works for you, just lifting the hips up a little bit. And in this position, try to find that fluidity again. The legs have less gravity here. Even in this unusual position, finding that ease and interconnected fluidity. begin to slow it down a little bit. And now we're going to exaggerate it with one foot overhead, the other foot pointing up, and then switch. Feeling some of that fluid flow in this new pose. Just a few more moments here. Let the waters flow through this whole movement. Find a little bit more interconnectivity. And then tuck the knees into the chest and slowly bring your back along your mat. We're going to come back into a seated pose. Again, trying to be fluid in this movement as we return. And when you find your seat, find that flow again. Whole spine ebbing and flowing all the way up into the skull and all the way down into the tailbone. Fluid between the bones of each finger and every toe. For the next couple exercises, we'll be working with a mantra. The mantra is Har Guru Siri Guru Wahe Guru. Guru is the teacher within. Har is the creation, the creativity, the miracle that we exist at all. Har Guru. Siri Guru is the highest teacher. Wahe Guru is praise, hallelujah, and joy about that teacher. Har Guru, Siri Guru, Wahe Guru. That's Har, H-A-R, pronounced Har. A slight tap of the tongue on the roof of the mouth. That same R sound is used in Guru, pronounced Guru. That same R is used in Siri, pronounced Siri. Guru. Wahe Guru. Feeling again your fluid self. Coming back to it. The right hand, palm faces out, right at the heart, in front of the heart, about 4 inches in front of the heart. The left palm back touches the right palm. So our thumbs are both down, both palms are facing out. The back of the right hand is facing your heart. The palm of the left hand is facing me. Elbows are straight out to the side. Take a moment to feel your fluid flow here. And if and when you feel ready, join me in the mantra. Har Guru Siri Guru Vahe Guru. 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 You're going to begin moving downward with each part of the mantra. So Har Guru is upright. Siri Guru is leaning forward. Vahe Guru, the hands are down on the floor and the forehead can come down on top of the hands. We're upright forward. Har Guru Siri Guru Vahe Guru. Har Guru Siri Guru Vahe Guru. Har Guru Siri Guru Vahe Guru. Can you be fluid with this too? Har Guru Siri Guru Vahe Guru. 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 Stay down here. Stay down with the forehead on the hands if you can. Bowing down to that teacher within. Feel the fluid movement of the continuous self. For a brief moment in this position, we're going to begin breath of fire, which is a pranayama technique, which is a short, quick exhale with the diaphragm, pulling in at the navel. I like to think of it like a dog trying to shoo a bug out of its nose. It's a quick exhale through the nose. And if you just ignore the inhale, it'll happen naturally. So if you've got that quick, short exhale through the nose, we're going to speed it up, make it light and quick, and stay fluid. And inhale, release the breath, and in this pose, take a moment for silent prayer. Take the time that you need for this silent prayer. And when you feel complete, move your fluid self into lying on your back for a moment of rest. Begin feeling the waters move within you to bring you down. You may enjoy a bolster under your knees. You may enjoy covering yourself with a blanket, however you find comfort. As you are laying down, once again return to that fluid sense, feeling a ripple ebbing and flowing up and down the spine, moving through every part of your body. Releasing. Drifting into a deep and fluid rest. drinking in the water in the air, releasing it through all of your tissues, letting the fluidity from within ebb and flow and swell, and as it moves within you, let it bring you back, returning to a seated position. Once again, hands at prayer pose, at heart center. Fluid in your return. Taking a moment back in your seat with hands together in prayer pose. To feel that ebbing and flowing, washing through every cell in every tissue. We close each Kundalini Yoga set by chanting Sat Nam 3 times together. A long Sat and a short Nam. Nam is a greeting and an honoring, like Namaste. Sat is pure and absolute, refreshing, transcendent, immanent truth. Sat Nam. I greet and I honor that truth, and I recognize that I am of it, and you are of it, and we are in it together. Let's inhale deep. Exhale. Inhale to begin. Nam. Inhale, feel your fluidity rise. Nam. Last time, inhale. Nam. The wise water within me sees, recognizes, and loves that same wise flowing water in you. Thank you for your presence. Thank you for your flow. Thank you for the nourishment that you bring to the world and you allow to flow through you. May we all be free and flowing today and always. Sat Nam.